presentation of BFA Sports.
If you boys really real enough, this is not familiar. I'll explain later. But for now, let me get back to this paper. I'm a couple bands down and I'm trying to get back. I gave the grip, I lost a 4 or 5 stacks. Yeah, I'm talking 5,6 zeros, hit back to running circles round. Now we square up. Life's a game, but it's not fair. I break the rules, so I don't care. So I keep doing my own thing. Walking upon a victories within the mouth. Almost they don't give a shout. Only thing that's on my mind is who's gonna run this town tonight.
If you are driving a Ram license plate Z92DRC, you have to move your car. That is inside of the stadium. Thank you. Giuliani Colon. Madison Costa, escorted by mom Brittany Costa and dad Ambrose Costa. Mia Elliott, escorted by mom Kirsten Elliott and dad Kevin Elliott. Tierra Flint, escorted by grandmother Derla Lundy. Anai Fonville, escorted by mom Tiffany Fonville and grandma Linda Butler. Anna Lee Gravely, escorted by mom Luz Gravely and dad coach Leonard Gravely.
Lord Lopez.
Reagan Horn, escorted by mom Chantel Horn and Mike Horn. Milani Lopez, escorted by grandparents Karen Lopez and Alfredo Lopez. Sophia Lopez, escorted by mom Agnes Lopez and dad Ralph Lopez. Milani Machinsky, escorted by mom Jennifer Machinsky and dad Kevin Machinsky. Jayla Malab, escorted by mom Dialise Rodriguez and dad Pedro Malab. John Solis Marquez, escorted by mom Lycianel Marquez and Jonathan Marquez. Gabriela Martinez, escorted by mom Andrea Joyner and brother Noah Martinez. Harper Miller, escorted by mom Kristen Miller and dad Ryan Miller. Charlotte O'Hagan, escorted by mom Angie O'Hagan and dad James O'Hagan. Sophia Pena, escorted by mom Natalie Velez and dad Xavier Pena. Royalty Rambone, escorted by mom Brianna Surrency and dad Stephen Rambone. Francesca Reyes, escorted by mom Evelyn Reyes and dad George Reyes. Rosalind Rodriguez, escorted by mom Laura Johnson and dad Jack Johnson. Athena Rogers, escorted by mom coach Amanda Hart and dad Joshua Rogers. Annabella Trinidad, escorted by mom Tiffany Seegard and stepdad Fidel. Jazira Velez, escorted by mom Priscilla Flores and stepdad Adrian Flores. Nalia Wilcox, escorted by mom Tamika Fuller. Number 0, George Lopez, escorted by sister Jen Lopez. Number 2, Jerry Coker III and cheerleader Charlotte Coker, escorted by father Jerry Coker Jr. and big brother Mr. Martine. Number 3, Ryan Bacall, escorted by mom Rochelle and stepdad Ryan. Number 4, Liam Morgan, escorted by father Adam Morgan and Tracy Morgan.
Tracy Morgan.
Number 5, Yael Calderon, escorted by mom Yellow Mary Rodriguez and dad Brian Calderon. Number 6, Julian Duns, escorted by mom Pamela J. Duns and dad Ramon Duns. Number 7, Isaac Rivera, escorted by mom Abigail and aunt Melina. Number 8, Lucas Marrero, escorted by mom Jessica and dad Eddie. Number 9, Kamaj Hargroves, escorted by stepmom Bethany and dad Kwani.
Who's the F1?
Number 10, Quentin Jennings. Number 11, Gabriel LeBoy, escorted by mom Raven Stiles and sister Shelby LeBoy. Number 13, Caden Vega, escorted by grandmom Jean Ramos. Number 12, Elijah Cox Jr., escorted by dad Elijah Cox Sr. Number 14, Rome James, escorted by mom Alicia James and dad Aaron James. Number 15, Angel Rodriguez Jr., escorted by mom Sonia and dad Angel Sr. Number 16, Carlito Santana, escorted by mom Francesca and sister Azanaya. Number 17, Oafine. Number 18, Josiah Thomas, escorted by mom Maria and aunt Christy. Number 19, Isaiah Lucas, escorted by mom Bashonda and dad William. Number 20, Jordan McFarland, escorted by dad Jordan Sr. and brother Messiah. Number 22, Matthew Papiano, escorted by mom Megan Papiano and dad Thomas Papiano. Number 24, Josiah Perez Diaz, escorted by dad Jamie Perez and mother Brenda Lees. Number 42, Andrew Nelson, escorted by mom Stephanie Nelson and dad Mark Nelson. Number 54, Dominic Lozada, escorted by mom Heidi Cologne. Number 55, Jeffrey Pierre, escorted by mother Tony Pierre and father Jeff Pierre Sr. Number 63, King Davis, escorted by sister Raquel and uncle Jake. Number 64, Jacob Fuentes, escorted by dad Justin Fuentes and mom Mary Fuentes. Number 71, Myangelo Moyer, escorted by mom Taina Diaz and little sister Johnne. Number 81, Johnny L. Rodriguez. Number 99, Jael Brown, escorted by mom Crystal Lynn Gonzalez and dad Alfonso Brown. Thank you to all the cheerleaders and players, coaches, parents, and family that make all this possible. It has been a great 13 years. We look forward to many more, and a lot of it comes down to you guys. Thank you for everything you do for us. Let's go Blitz.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. They don't wanna see me care. Anytime I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up, cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. Won't up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Oh, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen.
Hey, yo, man. They don't stay home so long, son.
Please welcome your 2025 Vineland Blitz JV football team.
You step for puppy, blood in my eye, dog, and I can't see. I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be, and trying to take my life away. I pull up with me, my back on the wall, now you gon' see. Better watch how you talk when you talk about me, cause I'm coming for way many men, many men. You step on me, no, I don't cry no more. Don't look to the sky no more. Have mercy on me. Put money on my head, go on and get your refund. I ain't dead, I'm the diamond in the dirt.
We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive, and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Oh, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, oh, yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong.
The first quarter, Vineland will kick off to the Eagles.
And welcome back to now the JV version of Vineland Blitz versus EHT Eagles. We're actually kicking this game, so Vineland's kicking off first, the EHT Eagles. And the kick is off.
Balls away.
Kick going over D. Hart Washington's head that he just falls on.
D. Hart Washington.
Eagles ball, 1st and 10. At the 27-yard line. Kickoff was by 64, Jacob Fuentes of the Blitz. I said it earlier, but I love seeing the kids with the Guardian caps on. Being safe for not only now, but for the future. So they can play a long time without minimized injuries to the head. Eagles with the snap and a handoff. Right up the middle for nothing. Mike Saunders, it looks like, is at quarterback. In pregame, I've seen him throwing the ball. So Vineland Blitz, look out for that. Look out for some drag routes that the wide receivers may be running. I've seen D. Hart Washington running routes. Charles Ginyard out there running routes. Who's actually my blood cousin, so shout out to Charles Ginyard. And Lucas Brennan, I seen, was running routes out there. So Vineland Blitz defense, beware of the pass. Saunders under center.
Second and 10.
Takes a snap, pitches it out to Washington. He cuts up for a little bit. Flag on the play, though. We'll see what that is. Looks like a holding on EHT Eagles. That's exactly what it was. We'll back him up. 5 yards.
Holding on the offense.
Going to replay 2nd down.
15-yard penalty.
Yep, the replaying 2nd down after the 15-yard penalty. So now it's 2nd and 25. For the Eagles. Saunders in empty backfield and shotgun. Ginyard in motion. Saunders takes a snap. Passes it out to Ginyard, but the ball is way out of
intended for number 23.
Way off target there. And that's one of the things that I was seeing in pregame. Saunders not hitting his targets, his moving targets at least. So something to look out for, like I said, for the Vineland Blitz defense. Not only the pass, but also the passes off target. Maybe be in place for an interception, maybe a pick 6, you know. That'd be cool. We've seen a sick interception last game by James Pearson
on the
for the Pee Wee
line.
The Pee Wee game of Vineland Blitz versus EHT Eagles. Saunders back under center. Ginyard in the backfield, alone. 2 out wide to the left side. Saunders takes a snap. Rolling out left for the pass. And got him sacked in the backfield.
George Lopez in the backfield.
George Lopez right there for the sack. And good on them for getting a sack because it looked like Jasier Martinez for EHT Eagles was downfield wide open. So great job on Lopez getting a sack there before any more damage was done. Brings up a 4th and 30 for the Eagles here. And I'm pretty sure they're going to punt. Yeah, they're going to punt because we are in kicking age now. Can't see who's back deep for the Blitz. Kick is off.
Ball punted away.
Texas makes one guy miss. He's hitting the left side. He has some room. He has a blocker. He might go all the way. He's not going to be touched. And that's he fumbled before the end zone.
They will be out at the full.
He fumbled before the end zone. They might call that a touchback.
At the 1 yard line.
Well, then, what would they call it? He fumbled before the end zone. Was waiting to see the call here from the refs. That was number 16, Carlito Santana. What are they going to call here? We've seen that multiple times here. Oh, they're going to call it a touchback. No touchdown for the Vineland Blitz here. That gives the ball right back to the EHT Eagles. We've seen that multiple times, not only in college football, but in NFL this year. Recently done by DeMarcado of the Cardinals, and that's why their coach got fined that much, because he was in DeMarcado's face for fumbling right before the end zone. So that's no touchdown for the Vineland Blitz, and gives the ball right back to EHT Eagles, I believe. Just a silly mistake from Carlito there. Like I said, it's shocking that, you're taught from you're 5 years old, whenever you put those pads on, to hold the ball high and tight all the way. And it's shocking. I mean, it's, shocking to see NFL players do it, college players do it. Hopefully Carlito learns from his mistakes. A very silly one nonetheless, but now it's EHT's ball again. They get it on the 25, or on the 20, I'm sorry. First down, EHT Eagles. If that wasn't a fumble, that was an easy 6 for the Blitz, an easy and an early 6 for the Blitz. Santana went untouched, had a great block by Julian Duns there, who very illegal block, not a block in the back. Just came back, found one guy that Santana had to miss, blocked him, and it would have been, oh my goodness. The refs talked it over for a little bit and confirmed that he fumbled before the end zone. Touchback, first down Eagles. First and 10 Eagles on their own 20. I already know he's going to hear that from not only his coaches, his players, or his teammates, but I know his parents are going to be on him for that. Hold the ball. Not sure what's going on here. Both teams are congregated on each side of the field. It is EHT ball, though. And EHT is now coming out on the field. I know Santana is beating himself up for that one, because that's, like I said, that was an easy 6 for Vineland Blitz. But it's still early, still a long game.
Still Eagles ball.
I know some people in the stands may not understand that, but if you fumble the ball before you get in the end zone and it rolls out at the touchback and the other team's ball.
First and 10 on the 20.
Saunders under center, hands it off to a guy in motion. He breaks a tackle, and he's taken down after about a gain of 7 or 8. That was number 15 there that came in motion, Angel Perez. Good run there. It brings up a 2nd and 3 or 2nd and 2. Eagles break the huddle. Washington in the backfield. Perez on the left side.
2nd and 3 on the 28.
Caden Flannery also back there with Washington. Hands the ball off to Washington. Fumble on the play. And I believe Washington jumped right on that right away to get the ball back for the Eagles, but that's obviously a loss of downs. Or a loss of down, I'm sorry. And brings it, instead of a 2nd and 3, down to 3rd and 4.
Third and 3.
Jerry Coker III checks out for the Vineland Blitz.
Third and 3 on the 27.
3rd and 3 here on the 27-yard line. Some confusion in the backfield for the Eagles. Perez, the halfback. Oh, they had a great play there, handed off to Washington. They faked it to Perez, handed off to Washington, but not enough for the first down. I think that was a gain of nothing, a gain of 0 there. 4th and 3. I think ESPN StatCast says go for it here for the Eagles. You had a good run on first down to Angel Perez. Do you run that motion play again to get the first down? They break the huddle. Saunders under center with Perez in the backfield. They pitch it to him. They do give it to Perez. He makes a guy miss, and he's going to cut up the field. He's at the 35, the 40, the 45, the 50, making guys miss, and he's tackled at the 47-yard line of the blitz. Great game there. Like I said, you give it back to Angel Perez. He's the one making moves. He's the one making plays. First down, EHT Eagles in blitz territory. Eagles moving the ball very efficiently here. And it's really only been on these two plays to Angel Perez in this drive. First drive, they moved nowhere. And blitz hasn't had a drive yet because of the silly mistake from Carlito Santana to fumble the ball, or to drop the ball, before the end zone, causing a touchback. Saunders in the backfield, or Saunders under center. Perez and Washington out wide to the left here. Flannery in the backfield. It's a pitch to Flannery, and he's not going anywhere. He's actually going way backwards. And there, look who it is. It's George Lopez once again. Already has a sack, now has a big tackle for loss for the Vineland Blitz. He's stepping up huge for the defense here. 2 good plays already in the first quarter with 2 minutes left. That was a loss of a good amount. Looks like a loss of 10 here. Second and 20. Second and about 20 coming up. Second and 18 on their own 43.
Second and 18 on the 43.
Saunders under center, Flannery in the backfield. Perez to the left, Washington to the right. Saunders back to pass. Does get the pass off. Has a great catch to Jazier Martinez, who was smothered there.
21. Jazier
Martinez. I apologize for pronouncing that wrong, and I apologize for pronouncing any name wrong today. Great catch by him with the corner right on his back. Great pass by Saunders. But still is a third and long. Third and about 13 here. Still a long ways to go. They probably do pass here again. And as you see, Mike Saunders is a lefty.
Third and 13 on the 50-yard line.
So they might do a designed rollout left and bring Angel Perez across the field. We'll see. Flag on the play. Offsides on the Vineland Blitz. That's going to back him up 5 yards and make it a more convertible 3rd and 8 for the EHT Eagles. Silly mistakes here for the Vineland Blitz early.
Eagles on the flag from Vineland.
3rd and 8 here. 43 seconds left to go in the first quarter. No score yet. Like I said, it could have been 6 if Santana didn't fumble that ball, but that's okay. That's in the past now. We move forward. Saunders under center. Ginyard in the backfield now. Washington in motion. They give it back to Martinez, who came from the left side. Got a gain of 11 there. That's a first down on a long 3rd and 8. Gain of 9, I'm sorry, but like I said, enough for a first down. Jazier Martinez there, who had the great catch on 2nd down, and now a great run on 3rd down, helping his team to a first down. Huge play there by them.
1st and 10 on
12 seconds left in the quarter where they get a snap off. Timeout here taken by the EHT Eagles with only 7 seconds left
Eagles.
in the quarter, and we will take it with them. We'll come back to 1st and 10 on the 36-yard line of the Vineland Blitz.
If you are hungry.
We are back in action. 1st and 10 on the 36-yard line of the blitz. Eagles first down. Found under center. Ginyard in the backfield. Fakes it to Ginyard. Gives it to Washington, but a reverse play to Angel Perez. And he has a lot of green in front of him. There's nobody going to catch him. I don't think there's anybody going to catch him. That's a touchdown for the Eagles at the end of the first quarter. That's Perez. That was a great play there. Reverse play. Give it to Washington. Then Washington gave it off to Perez, who's coming from the left side of the field. If you relook at it here, call the play, give it to Washington, hands it off to Perez. Now Saunders is actually the lead block, who makes it's not a great block, but he gets in front of him. That's good enough for a block at all. That's all you need is to get in front of the man. No pursuit angle, not enough field for a pursuit angle. Perez walks in for the touchdown. 6-0, EHT Eagles. Time for the extra point attempt. Loaded left side with Washington in the backfield. Pitch it to him. Cuts up, and he's in there. I think so. Yeah, he's in there. He dove in there. Ball across the goal line before his knee touched the ground. That's 7-0 now for the EHT Eagles at the end of the first quarter. We will be back with second quarter action and a kickoff from the Eagles. We are back now with second quarter action. 7-0 Eagles off of Angel Perez touchdown on a reverse play, actually. Gave it off to Washington, handed it off to Perez for the touchdown. And it should be 7-7 or at least 6-7. And with the number, that's the two numbers that kids love nowadays, is 6-7. But if it wasn't for the Santana fumble, it would be that score. However, it's 7-0 EHT Eagles, but now Vineland Blitz gets the ball and has a chance to redeem themselves. Looks like Perez is the one kicking off. Can't see who's back for the Vineland Blitz. Perez is getting his team right. And here's the kick. A really good kick by Perez. Way over Santana's head. He has to run back and get it, but he falls on it. And unless you're in the NFL, if you fall on the ground, you're down.
7-yard line.
So instead of Santana picking it up and trying to return it, the ball is now down at the 7-yard line of the Vineland Blitz, in Vineland Blitz territory. 1st and 10 Vineland. Start of the second quarter. I know I keep saying it, but if it only wasn't for that fumble, that's all. It'd be arguably a tied score now. But it's okay. Like I said, Vineland has been moving the ball. And we'll see what they have cooked up for this drive here.
It'll be 1st and 10 on the 7 for the Blitz.
First chance to see the Vineland Blitz offense. Liam Morgan at quarterback. A high snap that's fumbled in the end zone. Who's that recovered by?
Touchdown,
that's recovered by the Eagles.
Fumble from Vineland.
And that's a touchdown now for the Eagles. Just nothing going right here for Vineland Blitz football. From the fumble in the end zone to a high snap on their very first snap of an offensive possession. They high snap it, and now it's a touchdown for the Eagles. That puts them up 13-0 with only 6 seconds into the second quarter. Let's just see what happens here. I mean, nothing out of the ordinary, just a high snap, and Liam Morgan wasn't able to jump on it before the EHT Eagles were. EHT Eagles are snapping on all perimeters here in this game. 13-0 now, them. Are they calling that? Are they calling it a touchdown? It should be a point after attempt for. They switched it to a safety. So I'm assuming Liam Morgan did get on it and recovered it in the end zone, but it's still points for the EHT Eagles, and they get the ball back. It looked like the ref held his hands up as a touchdown, but they switched it to a safety. 9-0 Eagles, with them getting the ball back. And we still have yet to see anything from the Vineland Blitz offense. It's been a fumble into the end zone for the Blitz to give the ball to the Eagles, and then a high snap into the end zone to give the ball right back to the Eagles. We have seen nothing. We've seen one play from the Vineland Blitz, and that was a safety. So now they're kicking it off to the Eagles, and the Eagles have the ball back again. Kick here from Brown, taken in by Ali Nellum, trying to cut to the outside. He gets it tackled at the 36-yard line. Like I said, nothing going right here for the Vineland Blitz, but that was a good tackle by Elijah Cox Jr. on that far side of the field. And other than the first drive where Vineland stopped EHT Eagles, they've been moving the ball, and they've had, I don't know exactly what the time of possession is, but so far, the time of possession for Vineland is 2 seconds. They got the ball, it may be 4 seconds, I'm sorry. They got the ball with 7:58 on the clock, and they gave the ball away at 7:54. 4 seconds of time. 4 seconds of time of possession for Vineland. Saunders under center here. Ginyard in the back. Washington in motion. Pitches it to Ginyard. Washington lead block. Ginyard has a guy on him, but then a swarm of red comes and tackles him. If he followed Washington a little bit more, if Washington made that first initial tackle, it would have been more. But a gain of 0 on the play brings up 2nd and 10 for the Eagles, still on the 36-yard line. Love seeing the pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It used to be my favorite time of the year for football. I would have my parents go to Dick's Sporting Goods and just buy me everything pink that I saw, and I was decked out in it. I think I even had pink socks and pink spats on the cleats. It was a great time to be alive for football. Saunders under center. Perez in motion. Give it to Perez. Fumble on the play. Perez does fall back on it, though. Once again, a loss of or a gain of nothing. Or there he is, a loss of 1. 3rd and 11 now for the EHT Eagles, and this is looking exactly like the first drive for the Eagles, where the Vineland Blitz really didn't let up anything. But the last 2 drives, or the last drive for the Eagles, end up in a touchdown. And once again, Vineland has not yet had a full offensive possession, just a high snap. Ginyard under center again, 2 wings and Ginyard in the backfield. Sends Perez into motion, but they hand it off to Nate Wiggins coming back on the left side, but there's a flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
I would have gotten him close to the first down, but like I said, there's a flag on the play, and I'm assuming it's going to be called back. That was Nate Wiggins on the carry. So we'll see what that call is. It's definitely coming back, so I'm going to assume it was a holding penalty on the EHT Eagles. So instead of, it was, there it is, there's the call. Fun fact for you guys, those two refs in the frame right now were referees when I was playing. And I haven't played ball in over 5 years. Haven't played midget ball, I don't want to, in 10 years. Got me feeling old up here. I'm only 23, I'm not old, but I feel old watching these kids play. 3rd and about 18 now. 3rd and 21, I'm sorry. 3rd and 21 now for the EHT Eagles. Saunders in shotgun. George Lopez jumps off sides and had to give the Eagles back 5 yards that they lost from the original penalty.
Offsides, defense.
So now instead of a 3rd and 21, it's a 3rd and 16. Still a long way to go, don't get me wrong, but 3rd and 16 is, on paper, does look better than a 3rd and 21. I'll tell you that much. 6 minutes left in the half. Perez on the left side, Washington on the right side, Ginyard in the backfield. Saunders under center. He lined up under the guard for a second there. Takes a snap, goes out for a pass. Perez, sacked by George Lopez. That was a strip sack, and he recovered his own fumble that he forced. He committed the penalty and made up for his mistake by making a strip sack and recovering his own fumble that he forced. So now, that penalty that he committed is completely wiped from everybody's brain, and he got his team back the ball before the half is over. And we unfortunately do have an injured EHT Eagle on the far side of the field. We'll take an injury timeout here and come back for a 1st and 10, Vineland Blitz. We are back. We found out that the injured player was Mike Saunders, the starting quarterback for EHT Eagles. I'm not sure if the hit from George Lopez knocked the air out of him, but hopefully he's okay. 1st and 10 for the Vineland Blitz. We finally hopefully get to see a possession from them. Morgan takes the snap and hands it off to George Lopez in the backfield, but he's going absolutely nowhere.
Handing off to George Lopez, who is immediately tackled in the backfield.
So far for the Vineland Blitz, they are in negative yardage. Only 2 plays, of course, obviously, as we've seen, but negative yardage here for the Vineland Blitz.
2nd and 13.
Brings up a 2nd and 13. On their own 43-yard line. ISO formation here. George Lopez now lined up as fullback. Morgan takes a snap, hands it off to a big guy. I can't see his number, but he's trucking there. He did lose the ball, but they're going to say that he was down. It was number 6, Julian Dunn's there, the one who made the great block on the Santana return. That we're not going to talk about how that ended because I've talked about it too much already. I know people are probably getting mad at me for keep talking about it. But great run there by Julian Dunn to get some yardage back from the lost yardage by the George Lopez play on 1st down. 39 here for the Vineland Blitz. Morgan running out to the huddle. Yael Calderon checking in. Matthew Papiano checking out.
39
for the Vineland Blitz.
47.
Morgan lined up in shotgun with Duns to his right side. Lopez to his right side on the wing. Can't see he's on the left side. They do come in motion. That was Jordan McFarland who was in motion. But there was a flag on the play, and it was a false or an offsides on the defense. Oh, no, they called it. Sorry, it was a false start on the offense.
False start offense.
So instead of a 3rd and 9, it is now a 3rd and 14. Back on their own 42-yard line. Morgan and Dunn's back in the shotgun position. McFarland in the motion. Morgan for the pass. He's looking for George Lopez, who makes a one-handed catch, breaks a tackle, Breaks another tackle. He's not going down easily. Oh my gosh. Did you guys see that catch? That was a huge catch. He's going to be he's my early MVP. We'll take another look at it here. Morgan gets the snap, rolls out to his right side. Lopez just rolls out, and look at that. Oh my gosh. We're not calling it the yellow down anymore. We're calling that the George Lopez catch. Made a guy miss. Has a very loose jersey, which makes it a little bit harder to tackle because you're just dragging on by his jersey. Great catch there. 1st and 10 for the Vineland Blitz in Eagles territory. Morgan and Dunn's in shotgun position once again. Lopez out to the right, McFarland out to the left. McFarland comes in motion. They give the ball to McFarland. He cuts up. Dunn's is the lead blocker. Did get a gain of about 3 or 4 there. But Don Taylor made a great tackle there. Met him head on. Came from the far side of the field, actually, and just right where the ball was, made a great tackle. But I am still stunned by that George Lopez catch. Usually when you think of George Lopez, he's on at 3 a.m. jumping on the TV on his trampoline. Shout out to that show, Nick at Night. But this George Lopez makes one-handed catches. Morgan under center now. Gets the snap, hands it to Julian Duns. The big boy. He gets a gain of about 5. Makes it 3rd and 1, it looks like. Timeout. Vineland Blitz. They are driving. 1 minute and 45 left to go in the half. We will take the timeout with them and be back for a 3rd and 2 for Vineland Blitz. We are back in play here, and it looks like they measured the ball and gave Vineland Blitz a 1st down from that Julian Dunn's run. So now Duns, Lopez, and McFarland are in the backfield. Morgan under center. Morgan takes a snap, hands it off to McFarland on the right side. He has a good block by Duns, but outside contained by Caden Flannery on the Eagle side. Very good contained by him. Good tackle, good open field tackle. And a swarm of other black jerseys ran into him. Brings up a loss of 3, 2nd and 13 for the Vineland Blitz. About a little over a minute left. Time is ticking. They do have 2 timeouts left. Not sure what they're doing with them. Not sure if they want to have the clock run out so they can get points on the board before half, right before half, and get the ball at second half. We will see here with a minute left to go. Morgan in shotgun. George Lopez in motion. They are going to throw it. McFarland's open. He makes the catch. But that's just, he makes a guy miss. He's still up. Oh, he's taken down. Great catch. And great making guys move. However, there was a swarm of black jerseys there to take him down. I think that was a timeout by Vineland. Yes, it was. So now they only have 1 timeout left. 40.7 seconds left. We'll stay here because it looks like Julian Duns actually might have hurt his hand. Vineland Blitz has done a great job this drive of driving down the field with that George Lopez catch, with the McFarland runs, with mainly the Julian Duns runs, right up the middle. And like I said, he's a big boy. So just give him the ball up the middle. He's going to get you 4, 5, 6 yards. And then, the math that I used to do, or the math actually that I still do, is if you can get at least 4 yards on each play, 4 times 3 is what? 12. First down is 10 yards. 12 is more than 10. Simple math here, folks. You get 4 yards in each carry, or each play, whatever it may be, that's a first down. So I'm loving the Julian Dunn's plays right up the middle. And it looks like he's in the backfield with
3rd and 9 on the 31.
Morgan back there. Lopez out to the right. They might be passing it again. McFarland in motion. They are passing again. Throw it back to George Lopez. He does catch the ball. Makes one guy move. He's still upfield. And he's still up, but he's out of bounds, obviously. But he's still up. Time should stop with him going out of bounds. Gain of about 6 or 7 there. Great catch by George Lopez once again. And look at this loose jersey. You can't really tackle somebody with a loose jersey. It's just going to rip. It's just gonna rip. That's why they make tight jerseys now. But great on him to get some yardage right after the yards after catch. That's what coaches love to see. They like to call it yak, yards after catch. And he's done a great job of that on his 2 catches today. 4th and 2 now here to go. 30.7 seconds left in the half. 4th and 2 here for the blitz. I say give it to Duns right up the middle. Get the first down, call a timeout, and call another play. It's a false start here on the right side by number 9, Kamaj Hargross, I'm sorry. That's going to back him up to 4th and 7.
False start offense.
Which is obviously harder to convert than 4th and 2. I say throw it to George Lopez now. Either throw it to George Lopez or give it to Julian Duns right up the middle, because I wouldn't be mad at giving the ball right up the gut. And I know some people might be thinking, I wouldn't do that. However, he's gotten 7 yards a carry so far. He's just too big. You need multiple guys on him to tackle him. So we'll see what the blitz does. They come out in shotgun, done to the left side of Morgan. McFarland to the left. Lopez to the right. Lopez actually goes in motion this time. Morgan rolls out. They do throw it to Lopez, but they were tackled way short of the first down. Looks like Washington was there. It was a much smaller opponent than Lopez, but makes a great open field tackle on Lopez to have a turnover run down. 24 seconds left in the half. EHT ball. Vineland Blitz was driving there. However, EHT's defense comes up clutch to stop them. And the same players that are making plays on offense for EHT are making plays on defense for them as well. Mike Saunders is back out there after his slight injury at the end of the first quarter. So he's back and healthy, which is good. Saunders under center, getting yard in the backfield. Saunders takes a snap, hands it off to Perez, who's looking to pass the ball, but George Lopez is right on him. George Lopez swings him down for a loss of about 20 there. They looked like they were trying to reverse pass it, but nothing was there. We'll see here on the review, Saunders under center. Looks like he gives the ball to Washington. We'll see here, of course. Gives the ball to Washington. Washington gives the ball to Perez. Perez tries to roll back to his left to look for Washington downfield, but Lopez is right there all over him. Just grabs him by his jersey and swings him down. Oh, my goodness. Good thing we have the Guardian cap in play, because that would have definitely hurt his little head. But 11.6 seconds left. Timeout, EHT. We'll take a short timeout with them. 2nd and long for EHT. We'll be right back. 2nd and 25 from their own 12 here for the Eagles. In shotgun is Perez, it looks like. He fumbles the ball, picks it up, runs with it, but they're saying he was down.
Dead.
They're going to blow the play dead after the fumble, and that takes us to the end of the half with EHT up 9-0 off of a touchdown by Angel Perez and a safety, actually, that went over the head of Liam Morgan, just a high snap. Nothing has been going Vineland's way so far this half. Hopefully they talk about it in the end zone. They figure out what's going on, figure out the mistakes and the mishaps. They fix it in the second half, and they come back. We will take a hot halftime break here, and we will be back with second half action on BFA Live Sports.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down, they wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. Then it's your chance to be ruthless. They don't wanna see me naked, they don't wanna see me care. Anytime I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up. Cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down, they wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. Won't
We are back with second half action. And all I can think of is, what adjustments did Vineland make? I see their coach on the sideline working with them, looking like they're working with the big boys, telling them how to get through the defensive line, or how to get through the offensive line as a defensive lineman, looks like.
Welcome back to the third.
But then the other thing you can't think is, you got to think is,
off to the Vineland
what would the
Blitz.
score be right now if Carlito Santana doesn't fumble that ball in the end zone? Obviously, they would at least have 6 points, and if they made the extra point, 7. But like, would they have stopped? Would the momentum have completely went to their side, and their defense would have stepped up and not let Angel Perez run for a touchdown? Would their offense have stepped up and not allowed and not had a too high snap that led to a safety for them as well, which obviously has a score at 9-0 for the EHT Eagles. But Angel Perez is here to kick the ball off, and we'll see what adjustments Vineland makes right after this. Looks like the kick is to Carlito Santana, but it's short. Carlito Santana does a smart thing and falls on it.
Football will be down
1st and 10,
at
Vineland
the
Blitz at their own 34.
38-yard line.
So far, the star of the game here for Vineland on both sides of the ball has been George Lopez. A strip sack and a fumble recovery, a sack on top of that, and two very huge tackle for losses. And then, of course, other, half tackles where everybody's swarming the ball. But he's had a great game. And let's talk about that one-handed catch from the second quarter. That was insanity. That was crazy. He's had a good game so far at this game, though. And let's see if he keeps it up in the second half. Morgan and Dunn's in shotgun. McFarland on the motion, but they bring George Lopez back on the other side, but he is met by Jacier Martinez. Jacier Martinez and Dom Taylor in the backfield. They didn't fall for that reverse play whatsoever. That gives them a loss of about 5. Takes them from the 34 to the 28, so that's a loss of 6. 2nd and 16 now for the Vineland Blitz on their own 28. Still a long half, but not a great start. You want your first play to be electric, but if your play is like that, got a long way to go. Duns, McFarland, and Lopez in the backfield. Morgan under center. He takes a snap, hands it to Julian Duns. Or no, he hands it to McFarland. And absolutely nothing. A swarm of black jerseys. It looks like Washington, Taylor, and Josiah Rossman of EHT were all there. 3rd and 16 now. I don't know if you guys heard that, but a mother out there yelled, "You guys have to start blocking."
3rd and 16.
And she is completely correct. These runners aren't getting any room out there to run. EHT has been so much better on both sides of the ball on top of the line. So we'll see if that mother's words will come to fruition for the Vineland Blitz. Eagles showing blitz, Gignard jumping in and out. He does blitz. They give it to Julian Duns on the corner. He runs for about maybe 5 yards, but that's still going to give them about 4th and 12. 4th and 12 here. From James coming in for Liam Morgan. It looks like they might be punting here in a 4th and long situation. Not a good drive whatsoever for Vineland Blitz. Couldn't get absolutely anything. All negative yards on that drive. George Lopez back to punt. Oh, he just does everything. He punts, he sacks, he catches. Good on him. Gets a snap. Terrible punt. I'm not sure if an Eagles player touched that. Are they saying they did? Because if so, if an Eagles player touched it and a Blitz player fell on the ball, then it's Blitz ball. But I think they're just downing it at the 41-yard line or the 39-yard line of the Blitz. First down, EHT. Oh, they're actually putting it at the 40-yard line.
The 40.
That punt didn't go anywhere in the air. I was a roller. That was like a kickball pitch, but he kicked it. I don't think I've ever seen that one before. Gittone in the backfield, Perez to the left, Washington to the right, Saunders under center. Saunders with the snap. Gives it to Gittone right up the middle, and he has a lot of room there. Makes a couple guys miss, and he gets a gain of about 13 there. First down, EHT Eagles. On one side, nothing is going right, and on the other side, everything is going right. That was a great run there by Gittone. And I am biased, like I said, to him because he is my cousin, so sorry for the Vineland Blitz fans, but I do have to root for my cousin here. I'll root for the Blitz as a whole, but I got to root for my little cousin there. First and 10. EHT Eagles deep in Vineland Blitz territory. They give it to him again, right up the middle, and another good hole. And he gets about 4 yards.
Another handoff, this time for 6 yards.
Brings up about a second and 6 there. A little under 5 left to go in the quarter. Constant movement by EHT Eagles here. Vineland Blitz cannot stop them. You have Julian Dunst there on the edge. If anything, I would put him, I guess he's lined up in the C gap, but if anything, I would line him up in the A gap if they're going to keep running it up the middle. They actually fake it and give it to Washington on the outside. Perez with a great block out there. And I think that's enough for a first down, and they're going to call a flag on Blitz because it looked like it was a face mask. The way that he yanked them down.
DeHart Washington with the run.
I think the penalty was called on Carlito Santana there on that either horse collar or face mask penalty. George Lopez is over there kind of pleading to the ref. They are calling a face mask. That's going to attack on 15 yards to the already first down that the EHT Eagles had. So that's going to be, I think, a first and goal within the 10. It is a first and goal at the 9-yard line for the EHT Eagles, who have not been stopped yet. Gittone has 2 rushes for about 15 yards on this play or on this drive. Then you give DeHart on the opposite side for a gain of 10 plus 15 because of the penalty. They give it to Gittone right up the middle again. This time, he is stopped for a less than 5. Gain of 2 there. I think that ball is going to be placed on the 7. On the 7-yard line. 3 minutes left to go in the quarter.
Second goal on the 7.
We'll see what EHT Eagles do here. They've had a lot of success doing those reverse plays, other than a couple. But mainly, I think Angel Perez actually scored on a reverse play. So we'll see how they manage the second and goal. Saunders is alone in the backfield. Gittone in motion. They're going to bring back DeHart on a reverse, like I said. He gets to the outside. There's a flag on the play. I think it's going to be, there's every single ref besides one threw a flag. So I think that play is coming back. That would have been a touchdown, but that's for sure coming back. Not sure where the holding was, but they are confident that there was a holding. They're going to repeat second down, but it's a loss of 10 yards on the play because of the penalty.
2nd and 18.
And still technically 2nd and goal here because the drive or the possession, started within the 10-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 18 for the EHT Eagles. Ginyard and Perez in the backfield. Pitch to Ginyard on the right side. Looks for a hole. Finds one. Gets about 5 or 6 yards there. He does get 6 there. It's now 3rd and technically, like I said, 3rd and goal, but it technically is 3rd and 12.
On the 12.
Do they try to pass with Saunders here? Like I said in pregame, they were trying his passing with, Ginyard and Washington and Perez and Nate Wiggins. So we'll see what that is. Nate Wiggins isn't in the game. Saunders is in shotgun with Ginyard to his right side. Macchio Best is out there on that left side as well. Trips to the left side. They are passing the ball. He did D-Hart Washington. That's a touchdown. They called him short at the 1. But if we were able to get a replay there, it looks like he fell on the player. Look at this. Look at the end of this play. This is the wrong replay. This is from earlier in the game. But if you've seen, it looked like he fell on the player and then rolled over to the end zone. I wish we had NFL rules, because if it's NFL rules, that's definitely a touchdown there. Smart move would be given to Ginyard at the middle. And they do. And that's a touchdown, Ginyard. Another touchdown for the EHT Eagles.
Touchdown, Eagles. 23, Charles Ginyard.
Charles Ginyard there. Like I said, my little cousin. Shout out to him. And only him on the EHT Eagles. Ball right up the middle. Touchdown, EHT Eagles. 15-0 with the extra point awaiting. Saunders under center. D-Hart Washington in the backfield with a loaded up left. They pitch it out there to the left side. Makes a few cuts, and he's in for the extra point. 16-0, 25 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. We will take a little break and come back with the kickoff for Vineland Blitz football. Awaiting the kickoff here from Angel Perez on the Eagles. 16-0, 25 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. We will see what Vineland Blitz has to offer to answer EHT's non-stop punishment that they've been giving, not just on offense, but on defense as well. Vineland Blitz hasn't gotten much on the offensive side. Santana and McFarland back deep for Vineland. And here's the kick. Good kick. Looks like Santana's going to get it. They pick up the ball at the 20 or at the 15. He's looking for a hole, not really getting much. Reverses field. Wow, a swarm of black jerseys there, led by Ali Nellum on the Eagles, number 2. Great tackle by him. Great contained by the
23-yard line.
kicking team of the Eagles. 1st and 10 for the Vineland Blitz on the 23-yard line. 17 seconds left to go in the quarter. We'll see what they try to end the quarter off with and start the fourth quarter with. They had to get something. They at least their goal of this drive is to drive down the field and put points on the board as quick as they can. So they can get the ball back, or so they can go on defense, stop them, and do the same thing. But they have yet to be able to drive down the field all game. ISO formation in the backfield with Duns and Lopez back there. McFarland to the right side. Morgan under center. Takes the snap, and Lopez is absolutely met as soon as he gets the ball. There's no blocking up front for Vineland Blitz offense. And that mother that yelled out, "You guys need to block," that her words have not come true yet. Her wishes have not been granted yet for Vineland Blitz offense. That takes us to the end of the third quarter, 16-0 in favor of the EHT Eagles. We will see you in the fourth quarter after this little break here on BFA Sports. Second and about 12 on Vineland Blitz's own 20-yard line. Start of the fourth quarter here. Morgan and Duns in the backfield. McFarland in motion. They don't give it to him. They give it to Duns on a corner or on a counter, and he does nothing with it. There was no hole for him. Perez and Martinez, the stars on defense for the Eagles, come together and make that tackle for a gain of about 2, but it makes it 3rd and 10. 3rd and long here for the Vineland Blitz.
Third and 10 on the 23-yard line.
3rd and 10 on their own 23-yard line. Morgan and Duns back in shotgun again. McFarland in motion. Fake to him. They give it to George Lopez on the motion, or after the motion, but
tackle.
Once again, guess who's there? Angel Perez, who is the MVP on both sides of the ball for EHT Eagles. Great tackle there before a loss of 1. 4th and 11 now on their own 22-yard line for the Vineland Blitz. Wonder what they're going to call here, down 16 with less than 7 minutes left to go in the quarter.
On the 23-yard line.
Looks like Morgan is staying out there. So there's no punt team coming on. Although Washington for EHT is going back deep like they are going to punt, but I don't think so because Morgan is still out there. They are not going to punt. So if I was Washington, I'd be looking and come up from that far deep. Morgan and Duns in shotgun. McFarland in motion. They go for a pass, and that's caught. But he makes one guy miss, 2 guys miss. However, that's not enough for a first down. It looked better than it actually was. Only a gain of 3 there. Turnover on downs. First down, EHT Eagles deep in Vineland Blitz territory on Vineland's 24-yard line. Nothing going right here for Vineland Blitz JV squad. We've seen in the tag team, the Pee Wee, everything went their way on both of those teams. However, it just flipped the script here for the JV squad.
10 on the 24 for the win.
Hopefully the varsity squad that's right up next after this, still here on BFA Live Sports. Hopefully it switches for them and Vineland Blitz seniors, or varsity, can finish it off. Here's a handoff to Gittone up the middle. He's dragging one guy for about 5 yards. He's not even down. He did eventually go down, but he dragged one person. He dragged Rome James for about 5 yards there, because Rome James did meet him in the hole. However, Gittone just drug him.
Second
and that's what I was talking about earlier. Just everything's going right for EHT. Their linemen are making holes for the running backs, unlike Vineland Blitz offensive line. When you make holes, when you make things happen for your offense, you're going to score and win the game. Shauna's under center. Takes a snap. Gives it to Washington on the left side on the counter action. Flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
Holding on the offense, it looks like. I was correct. Holding on the offense. Repeat second down, but instead of a 2nd and 5, it is now 2nd and 15 with a question mark at the end. Yes, it is. Five minutes left to go in the game. EHT up 16 points with a donut on the other side.
Second and 15.
Gittone and Perez in the backfield in like an ISO position. Up, they bring Washington in the backfield as well. They give it to Perez, who finds a hole, makes a move, makes a guy miss. He's getting to the outside. Great block by Charles Gittone. It was a crackback block, but I'm not sure they're going to call it. No flag on the play. Touchdown. D. Hart Washington of EHT Eagles. Nothing is going right for the Vineland Blitz. Touchdown for the EHT Eagles. Great blocking there by all 10 guys. Obviously not counting Angel Perez. Let's see here. Fake it to Gittone, give it to Perez. D. Hart Washington's out there with the block. Perez is too shifty. Look at this crackback block. They could have arguably called that on a, unsuspecting defender. However, they did it. Touchdown, EHT Eagles, 22 up, pending on the extra point, which is given to Gittone and is good. 23-0.
Extra point, good.
EHT Eagles over Vineland Blitz. 4:27 left to go in the game. We will take a short break and come back with the kickoff right here on BFA Sports. We are back here live on BFA Sports. As you see, EHT Eagles are up 23-0 with 4 minutes and 27 seconds left to go in the game. Everything is going right for EHT Eagles besides their very first drive of the game. Way back in the fourth quarter, that's been forgotten now. Everything is going right for them. They got a safety in the first quarter as well. Nothing going right for Vineland Blitz, unfortunately. Santana and McFarland back deep for the blitz, and here's the kick. Santana takes it.
Catches the ball.
No, I'm sorry, that's McFarland that catches the ball.
41-yard line.
He gets to their own 41-yard line there. Solid return from him. 1st and 10, Vineland Blitz. We will see what Vineland Blitz has in store. Still, I guess, a lot of time left.
1st and 10 on the 41.
4:20. 4:20 to go. Morgan and Dunn's in the backfield. Gignard on blitz, and they do blitz. Ball's given off to McFarland there, and that's the big play that they needed. He's swinging the ball, and he's down at the 35, 33-yard line. Huge gain on the play by McFarland. That's the big play that they needed. They need more of those, obviously, to come back from this 23-point deficit. They took a timeout. We will take a timeout with them. Great play there by McFarland and the blitz. Great blocking all around. We will take this timeout with them and come right back here on BFA Sports. And we are back here live at Gittone Stadium. 4:12 left to go after the Vineland timeout. Morgan and Dunn's in shotgun. Lopez to the right, McFarland to the left.
1st and 10 on 32.
Lopez in motion. Fumble snap.
Throws
Pass to.
Incomplete.
It looked like Calderon there. Pass was a little bit too out in front of him, though. And he does end up tripping over the ball. That's how far out in front of him it was. He was open. He did have a step on his man. Just Morgan was not able to hit him. Brings up 2nd and 10. Here for Vineland Blitz. I'm not mad at the passing plays, of course, because, you know, that's how you get down the field is passing plays. But when you're not hitting your targets, it does make it hard. Morgan the shotgun. Dunn's to his left.
2nd and 10 on 13.
Same formation that they've been running. Lopez in motion. Another pass play to the same target, but he's deep. He was double covered there. Washington had a better play on the ball than Calderon did. Great coverage there by Washington, as long as Dallas LeBoy there. Great coverage there on Calderon. Almost a pick six, or almost an interception. Brings up now 3rd and 10 for the Vineland Blitz. They had a huge run by McFarland to bring him here. However, they have done nothing with that so far. 3rd and 10 for Vineland Blitz. 4:02 left to go. Clock has stopped on both incomplete passes. Same formation they've been running for the entirety of the quarter. Calderon, or McFarland this time in motion, but they give it to Lopez on a reverse, breaks a couple tackles. However, he's nowhere near the first down marker. It's 4th and 6, it looks like. Fourth and long here. Down 23 points with a donut on the scoreboard. Less than 4 minutes to go. Something has to happen here for Vineland Blitz. Not sure to do onside kicks at this age. But if they score and do an onside kick and get it back,
4th and 6 on the 20.
that completely switched the momentum. However, the momentum is nowhere on their side so far. McFarland in motion. They are looking to pass. Calderon is open downfield, but they give it to McFarland.
McFarland takes a hit.
Gets tackled by Ginyard.
Turnover on downs.
And it wasn't enough for a first down. Turnover on downs. First down, EHT Eagles. And one would like to call that, it looks like it's going to be game here if EHT Eagles can just continuously get first downs, keep running the ball as well as they have been all game. Not a good game here by JV squad for Vineland Blitz, but you know, this is a learning curve, or a learning, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Learning opportunity, there it is. Learning opportunity for them just to fix some mistakes. You know, once again, they are young, you know. They're 10, 11 years old here, 9, 10, 11. A lot of time to, you know, fix the mistakes and grow up, and when they're older, they won't make nearly as much mistakes. And the biggest one of the day is Santana dropping the ball right before the end zone. That would at least had him on the board, but unfortunately,
25.
nothing.
Looking to throw.
They're looking to throw. Washington gets the ball, but that was a backwards pass that led to a backwards yardage. So it goes from a 1st and 10 to a 2nd and 16 actually. I'm sorry. Looks like Washington was hurt a little bit, but he's up now.
2nd and 16 on the 19-yard line.
2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the quarter. Wow, in the game actually. Not sure why they pass it though. On 1st and 10, up 23 points. That's very interesting to me. But I am not a coach. I just am sitting in a booth. So who am I to talk? Ginyard and Washington in the backfield. Saunders under center. A pitch to Washington with Ginyard as the lead blocker. Ginyard makes a good block. Washington's making moves. Ginyard's still out there blocking. Washington's still making moves. He stepped out at about the 44-yard line, at the 45-yard line. Great gain there. Keeps the clock running. And if they can keep getting first downs, that's, like I said, that's game. Now at 1:30 left to go in the game. And just notes for the end of the game, like I said, figure out what went wrong, figure out what went right, which wasn't much for the Vineland Blitz, but was a lot for the EHT Eagles. You take this, you learn from it. Don't take the L as a loss. Take it as a lesson. 1st and 10, EHT Eagles. Ginyard in the backfield. They're probably going to take their time to call the play. Now down with a minute left. Perez in motion. They give it to Jackson Merrill, actually, on the reverse. Who gets a few yards, stays in bounds. That's a gain of 5. 2nd and 5. On the 50-yard line at midfield. Now down to 45 seconds left.
Merrill.
Coming up to 30 seconds left, and timeout. Vineland Blitz, it sounded like. Not sure why. The game is
Timeout,
pretty much
Vineland Blitz.
over unless they wanted to substitute in their B team. Sounds like the coaches are angry. The Vineland Blitz coaches are upset that the EHT Eagles team is not taking their knee and instead of running the ball. As you see, the coach is standing out there, and it looks like he's upset at the fact that EHT is running the ball instead of taking their knee. If you go back to last game, at the end of the Pee Wee game, they pretty much called it. They pretty much wrapped it up when there was 26 seconds left, and they figured there was no way that EHT was coming back in the Pee Wee game. So it's interesting that they don't call the game now, but I guess they are older, so they don't want to call it. They hand it off to Masio Best on the right side, who ends up getting the first down.
Number 19.
And that'll probably most likely be the last play of the game. They'll have the kids line up at 50 and shake hands, unless the coach does want to run another play. Nope, that'll be the last play of the game. EHT wins this one 23-0. Everything went right for them. Everything went wrong for the Vineland Blitz. We have one more game after this, folks. We all appreciate you here at BFA Sports for tuning in. Check out of this one and go check out the varsity one. Checking out of this one.
Round of applause for your Vineland Blitz JV team and the Eagles from Egg Harbor Township.